Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. The MBTA is planning to reduce service in a number of areas, including the commuter rail, due to budget shortfalls. These shortfalls have come because of decreased ridership due to the COVID pandemic. The MBTA is looking for feedback and testimony from riders to inform their decisions. We spoke with Attleboro State's Representative Jim Hawkins to learn more.
There will be service cuts. That's necessary. Ridership is in the peak hours is at 8.5% of what it was before COVID. People have told me they take the train and they're the only person in the train car. So I think everybody understands that the cuts are necessary. The input will be to provide feedback as to how it affects people, where they should make the cuts, where they shouldn't make the cuts, and what they should do first when they resume how service. And these are temporary. They're going to come back. And they have data, more data than you can imagine for ridership levels, for ridership, how many people take which train. They have data for economic development. In the case of Attleboro, we've got high rises downtown. We've got lots of development coming downtown. There's development starting near the South Attleboro station, and they know about that. What they don't have is the human side of this. Somebody reached out to me, and I hate to just use the one example over and over, but a nurse who works a shift in Boston who relies on the train to take her there. The human side is what's missing out of what they have, and they're looking for that. That would be welcome testimony. There's open hearings now through November, and they're going to be designing the cuts actually in December. We're built around with 2 train stations. Attleboro is built around access to the train. So I think it's important that people contribute to this conversation. And since I've worked so hard with them over the construction at the South Attleboro train station, I can assure you, and I know this firsthand, that they do listen, and they're asking for this help. They want people to say how it affects them as human beings, as people, not just data. Hearings are, there's a website you could go to. It would be mbta.com/forging ahead, which will describe their process for deciding where to cut service, how long they're going to cut service for, what it's based on. And there's also, in there is a link for online testimony, which they are welcoming. They're asking for testimony.